guys, welcome to my channel. This is the first time I've ever done a talking video like this, second video ever on my channel actually, so apologies if anything is a bit weird. I'm getting used to all of this and I'm a little bit nervous, but it's all good. Today I want to make a video about the full moon, which is actually today as I'm recording. It's the March full moon. It's a super moon and it's the last full moon before we hit the spring equinox time, and I just want to talk about some of the things that I think people should be reflecting on at this time, or what I want to reflect on at this time, in accordance with just spiritual stuff really, pagan stuff, and yeah, how I'm interpreting this time of year. So I want to do a number of videos over the next few weeks and months, talking about each of the esbats, you know, like full moon days, and the sabbats as well, which is basically the pagan festivals as marked out in the Wheel of the Year. So Beltane, Samhain, yeah, spring equinox, which is coming up. Yeah, so it's just to remind myself what we're going through, remind myself of the Wheel of the Year, because, you know, life gets hectic and we forget about these things, and I don't want to do that. I want to remember my spiritual side. So basically, if we're talking about the full moon for March, we've got to talk about what the full moon really represents in general, in paganism and Wicca. And the full moon really is the cycle of the moon where everything comes to fruition. It's a culmination of everything, a culmination of the past month, and it's when really, as pagans and Wiccans and witches, we want to take a real step back and a look at everything that we've achieved in the past month and just be grateful and kind of relax into that abundance of knowing that we've made it through another month and another cycle. So a lot of energies around harvesting, reaping the rewards of our hard work, reaping the seeds that we have sown, and all of that nice kind of stuff. So for this particular full moon, it actually is, it's at its height today as I'm recording in the UK, and it's falling on a Monday. So today is Monday, and Monday is actually named after the moon, named after the Norse personification of the moon, like how you have Thursday is actually Thor's day, Wednesday is actually Woden's day, and Monday is essentially Moon Day. So that's what that is about, and because it falls on a Monday, I feel like it's going to be a particularly powerful moon this month. And yeah, so this full moon in the year that falls in March is also called the worm moon, I believe, and that's what the Native Americans called it, because this is the time of year when the earthworms kind of start to rise back up to the soil, and we start to see more of just the wildlife returning to the land really after the winter and the hibernation. So yeah, that's why it's called the worm moon. So yeah, it's also a supermoon this month, which means that it's going to appear really big and really bright, brighter than usual, and yeah, I've definitely noticed it in the sky these past few days. Very, very bright, very big. There's a lot of powerful energies there that I think we can really harness. So as for why the full moon is important in paganism and Wicca, really it ties into the divine feminine, and the moon is said to control the tides of the world. It's said to control water, and because of that it's going to have quite a big influence on any human, you know, male or female, because we're all made of 70% water anyway. But particularly women, obviously not all people who identify as women get periods, but those that do will be particularly influenced by the moon, because a woman's biological cycle is very similar to the moon phase cycle, basically. So given that in paganism and Wicca, nature religions, the goddess is quite an important figure, we would honour the moon for basically being a symbol of the divine feminine mysteries and very closely linked to the goddess as a planet. So that's why we want to honour and revere these times of the full moon, and especially this one, because as I said, it's going to be a lot bigger and brighter than usual ones. So yeah, and actually it was International Women's Day, I think, yesterday, so that's pretty good timing. Good timing to celebrate the divine feminine in all of us with the full moon. As for other kind of ideas of what you can do to really get into the spirit of this time, obviously any activity that you choose to do to honour the full moon at this time will be, I think, very powerful, because it's right before the spring equinox. So really, I guess, taking stock of the winter and how that was for you and what you managed to achieve or didn't achieve, and just taking a moment to reflect on the calm before the storm, I guess, but ironically not a storm because it's going to be spring, so there's going to be more sunshine. But the calm before the storm of the astrological sign of Aries, I guess, coming in, charging in lots of powerful, fresh new energies. So as this is the last full moon before all of that kind of kicks off, I guess we need to just reflect and relax in the stillness before spring really kicks off, and enjoying the last few days of the astrological sign of Pisces. Very reflective, feminine, emotional, deep. So I think this time of year, like for this kind of full moon, I think the best thing to do would be basically just to bathe, I suppose, and just get in touch with the water element before the fire sign of Aries comes charging in the spring. Also, other standard kind of activities that people do on a full moon, charging crystals, as this full moon is particularly powerful. I think even the dustiest, most tainted crystal would be able to be cleansed by this. So you can leave it out on the lawn in the full moon overnight in the full moonlight, and collect it the next day for your magical workings. You can also look into doing moon water, collecting moon water, and as I said, because we are leaving the sign of Pisces, that might be particularly powerful. Just getting a jar and filling it with water, covering it a bit so that obviously insects don't fall in and stuff. But leaving it out in the moonlight and letting it just collect all of that energy, and then the next morning you can drink it and reflect on all of that good full moon energy coming into your body, and all of the divine feminine, and just really appreciating that. So basically that's all I wanted to say for this video. As I said, my intention is to do more of these full moon kind of videos every month, where I just reflect on what the full moon means for this month, and just really reminding myself of the full moons because I tend to forget. And yes, in the future I would like to do some Sabbath videos as well, talking about them. So yeah, obviously if you would like to see some of those, subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, and I will be back with another video for you guys very soon. So I hope you enjoyed it.